Today I'm going to share with you some cottage fall DIYs. These are dupes inspired from other YouTubers, and it's part of a challenge. Welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom DIY. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, hey! So let's fall right into these DIYs. This first one is inspired by Hot Humble Pie. Holly did it a little differently, but you're going to see my spin on it. So I'm getting this board ready. This is from the Dollar Tree. I'm lining it up where I'm going to be scoring it to cut it into 3 pieces. If you're new to my channel, we do a lot of Dollar Tree crafts, DIY, gifts and decor, thrift flipping, and more. If you like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe. To all my current subscribers, thank you. Now I am just using a razor blade and I'm scoring it on both sides of this board so then I just can bend it and snap them off. Now I am lining up this Dollar Tree calendar piece of paper and I just am making some lines where I'm going to be cutting it. I'm using a little slicer here so my lines are nice and straight. I line everything up and I am in love with it already. I did try to cut it a little bit like Holly did, but I didn't really like it on mine. It looks cute on hers, but not on mine. So this is just some Mod Podge on the board, Mod Podge on the back of the paper, and then I roll it out so there's no wrinkles. And then I add another layer of thick Mod Podge, and this is just to seal it in. Now here it is again. I have the Mod Podge I'm putting on the board first. I do a heavy coat of it and then I do another coat on the back of that paper. This is just a piece of paper. This is a Dollar Tree calendar. I love these pictures. I think they're super sweet. And then I just lay it right on top of that board. Again, I smooth it out with my fingers first just to feel where everything is, get some of the wrinkles out. And then I do take my Mod Podge roller and I just roll out the paper so there's no wrinkles and do another coat of Mod Podge over it. I have these wood pieces from a broken bureau that I saved knowing I would use them again. I am just putting a little bit of antique wax on this with a paper towel. Holly used 3 pieces. I used 2 for my sticks. You can use whatever you have on hand when you're recreating somebody else's design, although this was super cute and I had to recreate it just my own way. So I am just laying them out where I think they look good, and now I'm going to hot glue on the back. Now I had put that brown paper here just to make it look more finished if you were going to give this as a gift or if you were selling this. I like to do it to all my pieces. And now this next one, I decided to do it right onto the board pieces and then put it down. And you could use some hot glue or 𝙿𝚕𝚅𝚢. The hot glue worked perfect for me. So you could use whatever you had on hand though. And how adorable is this? Oh my goodness, it is so sweet. I love that it is a little rustic, a little cottage. Because I live in a cottage, I'm saying it's cottage, but this could really be for anything. Here's Holly's and here's mine, and I just love it so much. This one was inspired by Megan from Glue Guns and Roses. Hers was a little different because it was 3 wooden crates from the Dollar Tree. I had these ones on hand. She had put these tumbling blocks together to make risers for the candle holder. Mine had to be a little bit bigger than hers, so I'm putting together a grouping of 4 and a grouping of 2, which you're going to see that. And I'm using a mixture of hot glue and wood glue for this whole project. This is for the challenge Try It Tuesday, hosted by Unicorn Dust Designs. If you haven't checked out Sammie's channel, you need to. Her DIYs are so cute. We were to take inspiration from other YouTubers and recreate their DIYs. All the links to my inspirations as well as the playlist is down in my description. Now here I am just hot gluing the tumbling blocks together to make the risers, and again I did 4 by 2, as you can see that here. And then I'm laying it inside the box just to see where I want to lay everything out before I finalize it and hot glue it in. So now I have a little piece here. I am just doing one piece for this middle section. Now if you watch her video, she does it a little differently. Again, mine is a different size than hers. So this is just so I can have a little holder for my candles. Everything is getting hot glued right into the box. I did not paint the box. I like the way it was natural, but you could paint this, do whatever color you want. I'm hot gluing some floral foam right into the box. Now Megan only hot glued what I'm hot gluing. So if you're going to recreate this, you can watch my video or her video. This is where she hot glued some Spanish moss as a filler, and I'm just making sure now everything is pushed in. We are using some picks from Michael's. I had gotten this off of a wreath, and so I am just using the edges to kind of push it down to keep it in, so that way I can take this out. It's not hot glued. I can change it up for different seasons or different holidays, and I think this is super cute. Again, this is how Megan did it. She designed it so she could swap out pumpkins or whatever the different holidays are. So this is what I did. It's a little smaller but still adorable, and these are from the Dollar Tree, a little package of pumpkins. I think this is so sweet, and these are battery powered little candles, so you don't have to worry about lighting them and forgetting them. I just think this is so sweet, perfect for a mantel place or the center of your table. I just love this. Down in the comments, let me know what you think about this centerpiece. Here's Megan's, here's mine. Here's another fall sign from Glue Guns and Roses. Again, I wanted to change it up just a little bit. So here is a Dollar Tree sign. We're going to cover up this paper. You could paint over it. I like to cover it up with the brown paper. This is going to be the back. I just use a little bit of hot glue, some craft paper, and then I cut the edges off. And this just gives a finished look. I am cutting up some scrapbook paper here, and this is just something I thought would look fall. You could paint this board. I decided to do it this way, so I do a little bit of Mod Podge on the board, Mod Podge on the paper, and then I'm going to lay it down, smooth it out with my fingers. And again, this is how I wanted to make my board. You could go and do it Megan's way, you could do it my way. It is up to your discretion. And then I do a nice thick coat of Mod Podge over the top. This is just to seal it, especially if you're going to have it in a window or outside. You definitely want to make sure it's sealed for weather. These are some tumbling blocks, and I'm going to make some letters here. So this first one is my F for fall. You could do this with a stencil or with Cricut paper or Cameo letters. I'm using the tumbling blocks to give it the 3D effect. That was what I saw in Megan's video, and I really loved it. So I have the letters spelled out for FLL for fall. And now I am painting it with my Mermaid Parade just to give it a little different color than you're used to for fall. Now here is a little bit of burlap. Megan did it a little bit differently, which I'll show you, but here I am just tracing out the letter and cutting it out, and this is going to go onto the letter. So again, Megan did it a little bit differently. Her way was a little bit easier. I don't know why I did it this way. Her way, she just hot glued to the letter the burlap and then cut around. So I did it a little bit of a long way, where I traced out the burlap, I cut it out, and then I glued it to the letters. So do as you feel is more appropriate for you. I tried it this way. It definitely took a little bit longer. So this is just some fabric spray and a mixture of hot glue, and I'm just laying that burlap on top of the letter. So again, you can see my way is a little bit longer. And then I'm just trimming off the excess burlap, and I did use a little bit more holy burlap so that way you could see that mermaid parade color, but you could do whatever you wanted. You could do a ribbon here or a different kind of fabric. I like the burlap. I think it's super sweet, super cottagey, gives it that fall rustic feel, and I am just so in love with this project. Super simple, super easy. Again, you can go and check out Megan's video for how she did her letters. This is a Dollar Tree pumpkin, and I am just sawing it, not exactly in half because I still want to put that stem in there, but you saw how I did that. And now I'm going through with some hot glue, and I'm just going to lay it down onto my board. Again, use stronger glue if you feel you need to. Hot glue did just fine for me. And here is the pumpkin that is cut in half, and I'm just laying it right down, and that is it. This is so sweet. You could add a bow to this, but I think this looks so cute as it is. It is just super sweet, and I would love to see how you do it if you end up doing this, because I just think this is such an easy way to lay out a sign for fall. Here's Megan's, here's mine. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I hope you were inspired to take another YouTuber's creations and make them your own. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Freckled Mom. I'd love to see if you recreate any of my DIYs. You could send them through social media or you could email me. I appreciate all my current subscribers, and I would love, if you haven't subscribed yet, to please consider doing so. Another way you can support my channel is buymeacoffee.com. Don't forget, this was a challenge. There's a playlist down in my description, as well as the links to all the items I used, the host, and the channels that I mentioned today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.